We start with breaking news. An Algerian gas plant operated by Norway's Statoil energy company and BP has been targeted with rocket-propelled grenades. It's not yet known if there are any casualties. Algerian soldiers have been deployed in the area. A company statement says the attack took place at around 6 a.m. local time. The rockets were reportedly fired from a distance. For more, I'm joined live now by Belgian journalist Willy van Dam. Mr. van Dam, thank you so much for joining us. Now, this isn't the first similar incident in Algeria, is it? In 2013, terrorists targeted a state-owned oil facility. Do you think extremists are also responsible for this new attack?
Well, it looks like that way, you know. Who would attack an oil or gas plant, you know, which it's a huge fireball if you hit it good. So nobody else would do it, you know. That's no hostage taking. That's no robbery. It's for certain. It must be a terrorist attack, and it's one in a long list of terrorism in Northern Africa, West Africa now. Ivory Coast recently. You have the problems in Nigeria, Chad, Cameroon. You know.
Well, if I may interrupt, what do you think could be the motive behind this attack?
Terrorism. Let the world know that the Salafist terror groups are active again in Algeria, putting the word out, you know, saying, look what we can do. We can do as we please because, well, in reality, who does anything against them? Well, Russia now is trying to do it with the Syrian government in Syria. But look at the situation in Libya. It's complete chaos. You have ISIS and you have three governments, one on the border with Egypt, one in Tunis, and then you have the Muslim Brotherhood, Islamist, nearly Salafist government in Tripoli. So it's complete chaos, you know. It's complete chaos, and they're putting Northern and Western Africa, it seems, on fire.
So you think that Algeria is more prone to terrorist attacks now because of its border with Libya, where ISIL has gained a foothold?
Well, sure. That's the great fear of countries like Morocco and Algeria and Tunis, where there's a great fear that this heaven, you know, where Salafists can roam and do whatever they want in Libya, will spread, and they'll spread, and they'll continue to spread, and towards the rest of Africa. It's look, what's happening is in fact a World War III. You have terrorism attacks all over in Asia. You have terror attacks all over in Europe. You have terror attacks all over in Africa, in the Middle East. So it's a war. It's a World War III, which is going on. I think you should call it that way.
What kind of response do you think we'll see from the Algerian government?
Well, the Algerian government will do what it can, you know. Of course, Algeria has had its civil war in the 90s, 92, 1904, 5, with this Islamist Salvation Front, the group Islamic Armée, and all these Salafist groupings, you know, it's the same gang which have been doing which are organizing the civil war, the war against Syria, in Libya, in Nigeria, and so on.
OK, Mr. van Dam, thank you so much for joining us. Willy van Dam, Belgian journalist, thank you for joining us once again.